Hey yo brethrens, welcome back to a new Lightning Quick Repairs episode. This is not really a repair episode, this is more or less a tutorial on how to bypass your iPhone 6 that's disabled or activation locked. So this will be activation locked in a short minute. This will be working from the iPhone 5S to the iPhone X if I remember correctly, and there'll be a full compatibility list in the description below, and all the links to whatever I'm using will be in the link. It will be in the description below as well. So we need some prerequisites first before doing this. Number one, we need a USB flash drive. So I've got a USB flash drive right here. Make sure it's somewhere around 8 gigabytes or so, 8 gigabytes or higher. This one's just a 16 gigabyte drive. And if there's anything important on it, back it all up now and get rid of it off the drive because it's going to be formatted. And then have 3U tools. So this will be in the description below and it's completely free. It's on 3U's website, and we need the actual IPSW file, so that will be in the description as well. And you just want to find your iPhone's model that's supported, right? So this is an iPhone 6, so I got the iPhone 6 firmware, that's the latest one. But once you have got your firmware and once you have got everything loaded, you're going to be seeing this screen. It might come up saying you need to install device drivers. Let it do its thing, and then when it's ready, that's when you'll see all of this, right? So what you want to do is you want to plug in your iPhone to the computer. We need to hold power and home, so we need to do that until we see the Apple logo, and then you want to let go of the power button and keep holding home. That will take you to the recovery screen, so let's do that now really quickly. There you go, so you can see it just shut off now. There we are, and now let go of the power button and keep holding home. And there we go, now it's come up. There we are. So you can see the iPhone is connected in recovery mode, and you can see in 3U tools it's just come up. And in the lock screen it wouldn't come up on 3U tools because Apple has blocked it. So on a newer update you can't connect it to a computer while it's on the lock screen. You want to click on Go Flash. Click on Go Flash, and you want to find the IPSW file, so you can actually download it in 3U tools, so you don't manually have to go to IPSW.me, but sometimes you're gonna have to wait for all of that. It's up to you, to be honest. I just keep IPSW file on my computer's hard drive. So all you want to do is click on select a local firmware, click on import, and then you want to find exactly where it is. So it's in my downloads folder right here, and I've actually imported it already, so it's right here. So you can see it says retain users data. You don't want that. You want to click on quick flash mode, because if you click on retain users data, it's basically more or less going to act like a software update, right? But quick flash mode, that actually wipes the entire phone clean and reinstalls the firmware. So then you're going to get to that activation lock screen, which we want. Yeah, it sounds a bit weird to say that we want it, but there we go. So you can see that now it's all in. I have to keep it upside down, annoyingly. So once you have got your phone set up and ready to go, click on that blue button where it says flash. So it's this one right here. You can see where my mouse cursor is right there. Click on flash and click on flash. So that is actually flashing the phone right now. It's going to do everything on its own, so just leave it to do its thing. Alright, so that flash has finally been completed. So there we go. you can see that that's actually loading now, and it will actually show up in 3U tools, but we don't need the computer anymore. So now that we've got this flashing sorted, I'm going to jump over to my other computer where I can continue this process onto, right? I would do it on the Samsung laptop, but this Samsung laptop is running out of space, so I can't really do much with it until I sort it out. So yeah, I only did this just for the flashing process, and then we're going to jump off to the other computer. Alright, so now that we've got the laptop set up and ready to go, this is where I'm going to be continuing the rest of my process. Obviously you're not going to be switching laptops midway, so just do it on the same laptop, of course. That's what I'm assuming you're doing. But get your USB drive, and we're going to plug this in because we need to download a few more prerequisites, right? So the links will be in the description below to download these two files right here. So if I just ignore the USB drive, so what we're going to be doing is first zoom in and move this down a bit. So what we're doing is we're downloading this Checkra1n Windows ISO. So if I just go into that folder which I've extracted, go into that, there's no password by the way, you can see that there's Rufus right here, and you can see it's just the Checkra1n 0.12.4, the ISO. Go into Rufus when you're ready, and once again, last time I'm going to say this, make sure your USB drive has nothing on it, right? I'm not liable for any loss of data. So I'm just going to quickly zoom out a little bit more. Actually, I'll zoom in a bit more and move that down, so you can see that I've got my USB drive loaded. Click on select and find the ISO file right there. Perfect. And as you can see, this is exactly what my drive is named as. That's what it's going to be named as. Click on start, and then it's going to ask you select its different mode. Leave it how it is, the recommended one, right in ISO image mode, and click on OK. Click on OK and let it format, right, and install the image. I've already done this, so I could just skip this part. Right, so this is what you're going to be greeted with, all these files. So don't touch any of these files, leave it exactly how it is. And now what we also need is this. So this is called IFLP file AIO, and this is the actual tool which we're going to be using to actually do the bypass, so get past the activation lock screen, right? So the password for this, because it's going to download as a zip file, and the password for this is called FRP file, as you can see on the screen right here. Make sure you turn off your antivirus as well and Windows Defender, because it will delete that and it will flag it as some sort of hack tool, which is basically not. So yeah, make sure you turn off your antivirus and then do the extraction process, and you'll be greeted with these two. Now that you've got your USB drive sorted, your iPhone sorted, and it just booted up, here we go. So you can see that there, English, United Kingdom, right? We're going to basically skip all this, connected to the Wi-Fi as well, and get to that activation lock screen. Here we go. So you can see that right there, activation lock, same iPhone. So yeah, once you get to the screen and it says unlock with passcode as well, that would have really helped if they need a passcode, but forget that for now, right? So once you get to the screen, leave it exactly how it is. Turn off your computer that you're going to be doing this on, and you want to set it to UEFI mode, right? Because the drive, if you saw in Rufus, was formatted as UEFI, and that's the only thing it supports. So if your computer natively supports UEFI, leave it, but my computer is set to legacy right now, so what I have to do is I have to manually change it into UEFI. There we go, right? And you want to go into the boot options, and where it says boot mode, legacy BIOS, or legacy mode, whatever it's called, right? You want to change that to UEFI mode right there, and you want to click on exit saving changes, and it's going to boot straight into that USB. And in the meantime, what you can do as well is connect your iPhone to the computer. There we go. So you can see right there, it says welcome to Checkra1n. So I'm just going to zoom in really quickly. So you can see it says connect your iPhone, Apple Touch, iPad, or Apple TV to begin. So we have connected it, so I think we just got to try again. Sometimes you got to try again. Now it's come up, there we go. So now what we have to do is we click on start. I'm just going to quickly zoom out a bit. I'm going to have to zoom in and out a few times of this. Right, so I'm just going to hold the phone up here while I do this. Click on start. And it says that it needs to be put in recovery mode. So it's going to do that automatically. So let's click on next. There we go. There we are. So that's recovery mode right there. And now it's going to come up saying that we need to put it into DFU mode. Right, so DFU mode is basically the same thing as I explained earlier. It's just nothing's going to display on the screen, right? So it gives you a little countdown timer as well to make it a little bit easier to follow through with. So all you need to do is click on start and just follow what it says. So it's going to be a bit awkward doing this around the camera. There we go. Okay, now I did it properly. There we go. Device entered DFU mode successfully. And now this is what's going to happen, right? So I'm just going to focus onto the iPhone actually. And you'll see all this text right here. So that's actually doing a jailbreak right now, if you can focus. There we go. So what it's going to do is it's going to actually boot into the iPhone like normal. So you're gonna basically see the iPhone activation screen like normal. That's no problem at all. There we go. And it says all done. Just leave it there for a few minutes while we actually just check the iPhone. Here we go. So you can see it's connected. So you click on English, this, bypass everything, give it a minute, and yeah, so that's still here. That's perfectly fine. Now that you know that you've got to that screen, you can click on done and you need to go back into Windows. Now if you temporarily had to set up your computer to be UEFI, what you need to do is you need to reboot it. So I'm going to show you to do that and then get into the BIOS and change it back to legacy. So that's what I need to do. Obviously if you're UEFI, leave it, but yeah, so let's click on done. And if I just quickly focus on this, right, so you can see it says quit, so we need to click on quit. And then you see this little thing down here. So what you need to do is type in reboot, and enter. And now get your fingers ready on the key that you need to do. So I'm hitting F2 again. There we go. So you can see we've booted back into Windows and the phone is still connected, as you can see right there. So now we need to actually go into IFRP file, AIO. So let's go into that, and then you want to actually go into the exe file. So let's click on that as well, and there we are. So you can see that it has come up, and now you can see the MEID, you can see the serial number, IMEI number. Obviously I'm going to blur that out, but one thing you can see is it says unregistered right here. And this, we need to register the we need to register the serial number of the phone into FRP files servers so that it can do a bypass. You don't pay for it at all. It's completely free. What you want to do is you want to go to where it says serial number and you just want to click on it, and then it copies it into your clipboard. And where it says click here to register for free, click that, and it will load up into your browser, right? And it's literally the first link right here, register serial number. So let's click on that. And I would have done this in OBS as well, but this computer is notorious for freezing on me. Just scroll down and you gotta wait 20 seconds. So you can see this live as well. I don't have an account at all, right? I don't even see an area where you can log in. Wait a few seconds and copy that in there. So I'm just gonna quickly copy that in there and wait. There we go. And when it says submit, let's click on submit. There we go. So that's it right there. Click on OK and you can exit out of this. So now what we want to do is we want to exit out of the program, and then we want to reopen it again, and that's going to refresh it, so then it actually shows up that it's registered, which it will be. So let's see here. There we go. Right, so it says it's registered. Alright, so now that we've got the tool loaded in and it's registered, all we need to do is we need to go right here and we want to click on bypass hello screen. Once again, if this doesn't show up with your iPhone, just reconnect it. It should work. And if it doesn't say any of this below here, rerun the jailbreak tool and now it should come up, right? So click on bypass hello screen. Did it work? Nope. There we go. Right, and that is just going to be doing its thing. So it's going to restart quite a few times, right? But you just got to leave it. So genuinely just leave it. So I'm just going to zoom out in this process so that I can actually prop the phone onto this. Okay, so it just finished right here, but I did notice it was still in the setup screen. Yeah, it's still in the setup screen. Okay, that's interesting. So it failed this time. It could be because there is a SIM card in there, so you can see it says no service. Oh, there we go. And would you look at that? So yeah, so that failed in its own right, where it should have resprung into this, but it actually worked. So all I had to do was I held volume and power, because power and home until the screen just went black and I let go, and that did a force restart. And would you look at that, we're in. So I didn't do any next wizardry off camera, right? I didn't do anything else off camera where I reran the tool. I literally left it how it was, and then I just did a force restart and it worked straight away. So normally the tool is meant to actually restart into this, but I think it failed, right? But we are in nonetheless. So it turns out things like this can happen, right? This never happened to me before. I did this on 2 other iPhones and it went perfectly, but you know, it's just little hiccups that takes an extra little step or two. But yeah, so that's basically how to bypass the iPhone 6, right? And I also had to take out the SIM card as well. I feel like the SIM card was a possible factor for this not working. But yeah, so after a restart, you can see it says, if I move this out of the way and just zoom in, yep, it says jailbroken no, activated yes, right? And you can see there's no Checkra1n and Cydia, right? So what we can do is off camera, we can basically rerun the tool again, and I'll be right back. And here we go. So I've literally just gone off camera and I've run the tool, and you can see it's working, right? So this also shows you, okay, this the jailbreak didn't work this time, or it takes some time to load. Yeah, so you can also see, oh, there we go, now it's come up. You can also see that doing a restart, turning it off, turning it on, it actually doesn't remove the bypass. So that's actually really good. The only thing a restart does is remove your jailbreak, right? All your jailbreak tweaks, if you install any, right, would still work, right? They'll still be on the phone installed. It's just going to be hidden because the jailbreak is gone. But after you run the tool, Cydia will activate and all your tweaks will come up straight away, so that doesn't get deleted. So now that we've got Checkra1n on here, so this is normally what's going to come up after it does that bypass, right? Let's click on Checkra1n and you can see Cydia, and click on install Cydia, and because it's already connected to our Wi-Fi, it already works. And I don't know why the exposure is so high, but yeah, you can see it says installing Cydia. Oh lord, there we go. There we are. So that's Cydia right there. So let's click on Cydia. There we go. So that's Cydia right there. I've just got a repo added by Packix, and I'm going to click on all packages, and I can disconnect the stupid cable, right? And what I'm looking for is, this is just an example just to show you. I'm looking for little X. So where is it? Little X. Actually, oh, there's 2 of them, little X, same thing, right? So I'm just going to download this and click on confirm. There we go. So after some time, it finally worked. I installed little XS, right? And would you look at that, we've got iPhone 10 gestures, right? So you can see that the jailbreak tweak is actually working, and that is all fantastic there. So if I go into settings, scroll all the way down, you can see that's exactly what we're looking for. So that goes to show you that the jailbreaking works, and the fact that Checkra1n is still here. So when it restarts Springboard, your phone will still be jailbroken. When it restarts the entire phone, that's when the jailbreak will disappear, and then you got to rerun the tool, and then it will show up exactly like this. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I know quite a few things went wrong in the video, but I'm trying to make it as best as I can for you guys to follow along. And yeah, so stay tuned in the next video, and take care.